Netanyahu to press Trump on Iran missiles in White House talks. Ex-Florida police chief says Trump called in 2006 about Epstein. Colombian president says escaped being killed in assassination plot. Trump threatens Iran with something very tough. U.S. President Donald Trump is set to meet Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House on Wednesday, with Iran expected to dominate the agenda. Netanyahu is urging Washington to take a tougher position in ongoing nuclear talks with Tehran. The meeting comes shortly after the United States and Iran resumed negotiations in Oman, aimed at reshaping a potential nuclear agreement. Ahead of the talks, Trump warned he may deploy a second U.S. naval armada to the Middle East if diplomacy fails, saying the choice is simple: reach a deal or face serious consequences. He also stressed that any agreement must prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons or missiles. Netanyahu, making his sixth visit to the U.S. since Trump returned to office, said Iran would be the top priority, though discussions will also cover the war in Gaza and regional security. Israel remains deeply concerned about Iran's ballistic missile capabilities, especially after last year's direct conflict between the two countries. While the U.S. wants broader negotiations that include Iran's missile program and regional influence, Tehran continues to insist that talks remain focused only on its nuclear activities. The meeting also comes amid growing international criticism of Israel's policies in the occupied West Bank. A U.S. official recently stated that the Trump administration does not support Israeli annexation of the territory and is focused on maintaining regional stability. A newly released FBI document says a former Florida police chief reported that Donald Trump called him in 2006 about Jeffrey Epstein, saying everyone knew about Epstein's behavior. The document summarizes a 2019 FBI interview with the then Palm Beach police chief, believed to be Michael Ryder. According to the summary, Trump contacted police after they began investigating Epstein for allegedly exploiting underage girls and said, "Thank goodness you're stopping him." Ryder told agents that Trump claimed he had banned Epstein from his Mar-a-Lago club and described Ghislaine Maxwell as Epstein's quote, operative, urging investigators to focus on her. Maxwell was later convicted of recruiting underage girls and is serving a 20-year sentence. The former chief also said Trump acknowledged being around Epstein when teenage girls were present but said he got the hell out of there. Trump was reportedly among the first people to contact police once the investigation became public. Trump has repeatedly denied wrongdoing and says he was unaware of Epstein's crimes. A Justice Department official noted there is no confirmed evidence the call took place, while the White House said it may or may not have happened, but aligns with Trump's long-standing claim that he expelled Epstein for inappropriate conduct. The renewed attention comes as Maxwell recently appeared before Congress, where she invoked her Fifth Amendment right and refused to answer questions. Her lawyer says she would testify fully if granted clemency, a move Trump says he has not considered. Colombian President Gustavo Petro says he narrowly avoided an assassination attempt while traveling by helicopter with his daughters. Petro said the aircraft could not land on Colombia's Caribbean coast after authorities warned that unidentified attackers were planning to open fire. He added that lights at the landing site were never turned on, heightening security concerns. Speaking at a government meeting in the flood-hit Córdoba region, Petro said the threat forced him to abruptly change his travel plans twice. "I'm trying to escape being killed," he stated, linking the danger to alleged plots by drug traffickers he has warned about for months. Officials have not yet provided further details about the suspected attackers or the alleged plan. U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a stern warning to Iran, stating that if Tehran does not agree to U.S. demands concerning its nuclear and ballistic missile programs, the U.S. will have to take something very tough actions. This statement comes amid renewed indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran in Oman, the first since the June 2025 conflict. Trump emphasized that any agreement must address not only Iran's nuclear activities, but also its ballistic missile capabilities and regional influence. He has indicated a willingness to deploy additional military assets to the Middle East, including a second aircraft carrier strike group, to pressure Iran into compliance. Iran, for its part, maintains that its missile program is non-negotiable and insists on its right to enrich uranium for peaceful purposes. Iranian officials have warned that any U.S. military action would be met with retaliation against U.S. and Israeli targets. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is scheduled to meet with President Trump to discuss the negotiations. Netanyahu is expected to advocate for a more stringent approach to Iran's missile program and regional activities,